We also have a special guest with us tonight, Tom Hopkins with the Tennessee Education Association. Lee and I got to meet him at the Madisonville Library just 2 or 3 months ago when the Tennessee Education Association, Monroe County Education Association, had a workshop and invited our state representatives, our newly elected senator, to come and join us as we talked about school vouchers. And Tom, we're glad you're here tonight to be a part of our gathering. Let's begin, if we can, with a moment of silence, Pledge of Allegiance. Shall we stand? Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated. First item on our agenda is 2-13-2, the Declaration of Conflict. Per TCA 49-2-202, Board of Education members who have relatives per the statute, relatives mean spouse, parent, parent-in-law, child, son-in-law, daughter-in-law, grandparent, grandchild, brother, sister, uncle, aunt, nephew, niece, or any person who resides in the same household of you, employed by the system, are asked to raise your hands to identify yourself. Do you certify that the votes that you make tonight will be in the best interest of the school system, regardless of the effect that your vote may have upon the employment of your relative or relatives? If so, please say, I do.
I do.
Two 13-3, approval of consent and regular agenda. We need to amend our agenda since we have eliminated, or at least postponed, the approval of tenure for our teachers that are eligible for tenure. We're going to do that at the March meeting. I want to make a suggestion tonight, if it's agreeable with the board. A part of the recent voucher bill specifies that every classroom teacher in the state of Tennessee will receive a $2,000 bonus if the board votes to participate in that section of the bill before them. This does not in any way indicate that we approve of what was done. It simply says we want our teachers to have the $2,000. So I would suggest that we make that agenda item 2-13-6 in place of the approval of tenure. Is there any objection to that? Hearing none, we will consider the agenda amended for that purpose. So we're back to the approval of consent and regular agenda as amended. Do I hear a motion related to this?
Motion approved.
Thank you. John, is there a second? Thank you. Any questions or discussion? Motion before us is to approve the consent and regular agenda. If you favor this, would you please say aye? Aye. Any opposed, no? And the motion carries. 2-13-4, approval of the February 2025 budget amendments. Do I hear a motion that they be approved?
I'll make a motion we approve.
Is there a second? Any question or discussion? Any comment? The motion before us is to approve the February 2025 budget amendments. If you favor this motion, would you please say aye?
Aye.
Any opposed, no? The ayes have it and the motion carries. 2-13-5, approval of the minutes from January 9, 2025, regular board meeting. What's your pleasure concerning approving or not approving the minutes?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion, there's a second, that we approve the minutes. Any question or discussion? If you favor approval of the minutes from the January 9, 2025 regular board meeting, would you please say aye? Aye. Any opposed? By no? And the ayes have it, and the motion carries. 2-13-6, resolution of the Monroe County Board of Education. We've had two drafts of this. One, Nolan Combs, who is the lobbyist, for lack of a better word, for the Tennessee School Board Association, shared with me a proposed resolution. Our attorney adopted one as well to share with us. We're using our attorney's resolution tonight. You'll listen as I read this to you. And once again, this is not in any way approving of the vouchers. It's simply saying we want our teachers to be able to participate in the $2,000 bonus. A resolution of the Board of Education of Monroe County Schools. A resolution of the Board of Education affirming participation in Section 4 of the Education Freedom Act of 2025 for teachers to receive one-time $2,000 bonus. Whereas the Tennessee General Assembly duly passed House Bill 6004 as amended, enacting the Education Freedom Act of 2025 during the first extraordinary session of the 115th General Assembly. And whereas Section 4 of the EFA requires the Department of Education to award a one-time bonus of no less than $2,000 for each teacher employed in a kindergarten through 12th grade public school in Tennessee during the 2024-2025 school year, subject to appropriation. Whereas Section 4 of the EFA requires local boards of education to adopt a resolution affirming that the local education agency desires to participate in Section 4 of the EFA for teachers employed by the local board of education to receive a one-time $2,000 bonus authorized by Section 4 of the EFA. Whereas Section 4 of the EFA requires governing bodies of local boards of education to submit their resolution to the Tennessee Department of Education by June 1, 2025, to receive funding from the Tennessee Department of Education for purposes outlined in Section 4 of EFA. Now therefore be resolved that the Board of Education hereby affirms that it and the Monroe County School District desire to participate in Section 4 of EFA and have teachers employed by the school district in K through 12 become eligible to receive their one-time bonus of no less than $2,000 authorized by Section 4 of the EFA. Be it further resolved that it is the intent of the Board of Education to comply with the requirement of Section 4 of EFA to deliver a copy of this duly adopted resolution to the Tennessee Department of Education on or before June 1, 2025. Be it further resolved that this resolution take effect and after passage requiring it, duly authorized this 13th day of February 2025. Do you have any question about this? Comment? You may speak for or against them.
Are we gonna do that? Are we gonna discuss it before we get a motion or during?
You're correct, we need a motion.
Well, I mean, it's fine.
Thank you, Dean, I appreciate that. Do I hear a motion that we adopt this resolution?
So moved.
Motion, is there a second?
Second.
Motion is second. Now we're ready for question and discussion, Dean.
Okay. Let anybody else go ahead first?
Go right ahead.
Okay. If we vote this down, this bill's already been signed by the governor, and he showed his face all over TV and everything, so it's already in place. So if we vote this down, what does it mean to our teachers?
They will not
get it or don't get it?
They will not get it.
So they will not get it.
Correct.
I was at the library, and I'm not trying to be rude to you, but you're TEA, okay? Okay. Last year, when this bull was brought up, it was just outrage. He puts the $2,000, which I consider a bribe, but, I mean, I know where teachers is at, and it's not a teacher getting $2,000, it's the issue of him putting the $2,000 bribe in this bill to get it passed. we heard very little. Hey, right? After, we didn't have any library meetings, we didn't have anything else. I mean, I'll just be honest. And we helped our teachers last year, and I'd rather take the money out of their fund balance and help them again this year. I don't know, how much money would this be?
Well, it depends on if you do it, as this says, it's K through 12 teachers only, so it would be up to the board to decide what you
Well-
wanna do about other employees.
I mean, I know what yous are gonna do, and I'm gonna take a lot of flack over it, but I don't care. I'm not gonna support Governor Bill Lee's scheme, which is a scheme, and I'm a Republican. But this crap he's done is not a Republican deal. I would rather pay it out of our fund balance to our teachers instead of being bribed and pressured into doing something from the governor, and that's what it amounts to. And I heard teachers comment, I saw a lot of teachers comment, some of them said they wasn't gonna take it, but they'd probably be like me, I say I'm not gonna take some government money on things, and I might wind up taking it, but that's how I feel on it, so.
Thank you, Dean. Other questions or comments?
How many teachers total, times this dollar figure we be looking at?
Well, we haven't looked at it because like, the wording of it came out, it's, again, K through 12, you'd have to take out our pre-K teachers, you'd have to take out, other teachers that, yeah, your administrators, your, anything other than a straight K through 12 classroom teacher.
Would it
So-
be 250?
You'd have to take those individuals out to see how many it would be. We're around, I mean, even total, 330. So much, yeah.
But this will be detrimental to education in Tennessee. It's not gonna hurt us here in Monroe County yet, but some of these, like Knox County and some of those counties, it'll ruin them. But I don't like the bribe.
Have we had any feedback from the teachers, what their thoughts on it are?
The feedback I've, I guess, seen, read, and any individual feedback I've heard is similar to what Dean is saying. They don't, many have said, it's a slap in the face, $2,000, and then, of course, some said, it's more of the same of giving it to one group but not giving it to all, and then blaming the district. That's always been the thing. They would always say, well, the raises don't go to the teachers anyway, or everybody doesn't get a raise. Well, it's because they're not fully funded. We have a lot more than just K through 12 teachers working in our schools that aid our students in academic success and emotional health and all types of things, services that we provide. So, I don't think any of them necessarily would say they wouldn't appreciate $2,000, but they don't appreciate the way the $2,000 was tied to this. And again, it almost seems more of like a token than an actual appreciation, with it being a one-time thing and just an amount that
What are
Is a
most
random
of our
amount.
counties doing? Have-
most that I've heard are doing this, but this is very strategic in the way it is done. In saying that, I think everybody's making clear, this is in no way saying that they're in support of how it was done or even the fact that vouchers were put in place. It's just this particular section that talks about teacher raises or teacher bonuses, that, not raises, but the bonus, that they feel like if it's there, that they want it to go to the teachers.
He's
So,
strong arming us what he did.
Mr. Williams, I agree with your comments, every one of them. I feel the same way. If we're gonna take this out of our fund balance, I would recommend that we do all certified personnel. Because I don't think it's fair for Governor Lee to single out certain ones, because our people that are not included in this, that are certified especially, have just as big a part of education as anybody else. Administrators all the way down.
Said that off the wall.
So what kind of
When are
figures
they
are we
supposed to
talking?
fund for it?
If we
Next
did
year,
everybody
school
like
year?
he says, how many, just a rough guess, cause I'm thinking a figure, but I may not admit, if we give everybody, that's what I sorta So we're spending $1 million of our fund balance to show our governor and everybody else that we've got a little backbone, and we're not gonna single out a certain group of teachers or a certain group of people. That would be what it would be.
I think the point is, we can come back and include the others who are not included in this. Is that correct?
Yes, yes, it would be up to the board to determine in the budget how this needed to be factored. You could take, if you chose to take this based on just this section and did the resolution on that, it means you would take the 2,000 for each teacher that fell under this category that's described. And if you chose to give it to others, then it would be up to us to pick up the difference.
What's TEA recommend?
TEA has worked with TSBA as far as the resolution, and it just talked about section 4, not trying to give any credit anywhere else. But the big issue is that group being singled out. You're leaving out your administrators, your high school counselors, maybe not elementary counselors because they work with students, but you're leaving out large groups of people. And like I think he said, it should be all certified. And you ask what other people are doing, someplace I heard the other day, they're doing a $2,000 for every employee, classified and certified. So people doing different things.
So take this money
Some are doing.
and then add, the county would we would kick in the difference
For the other group.
and make it everybody.
Some are doing that, yes. And remember, this got till June the 1st. The money's not gonna be sent out until after July 1st. So there's not gonna be any bonuses this school year. It'll be after July 1st, based on this year's employment.
Thank you, Tom.
Mr. Chairman, I would like to make a motion to amend this resolution. If they're stupid enough to give this money away, but anyway, that we amend this motion, that we accept this money, but we kick in $2,000 across the board for all our employees, that we don't single any out. Would that be appropriate, Madam Director?
Then I think probably appropriate to adopt this and come with a second motion to include the others, because this is kind of two different things here, two different pots.
I hate to give the governor satisfaction to know that he pressured us into voting for something, I swear I do.
So this doesn't tie us to anything.
Does
This
not.
money is just, hey, Santa Claus has come, so here it is. Doesn't tie you or obligate you to a single thing.
Not at this point.
It
But
makes it
just that you would
available
take
to our
it.
teachers.
Right, that I
And if some
understand.
teacher decides they don't want to take it, they have that option. But
Do we request that money? Is that how that works?
When we voted, he.
no,
No, I'm saying, in order to receive this $2,000, are we gonna have to send in a request?
no, we have to adopt a resolution.
This resolution.
We have to adopt this. We do, the 2,000 is made available to our classroom teachers, K through 12.
There would have to be some sort of procedure. I don't know what the procedure will be when the time comes, but there'll have to be a system in place for the districts that do and the districts that don't, yes. So if you adopt this, we will go into the category of the ones who will receive the money. If we don't, then we'll go in the category of the ones who do not, but I don't know what the procedure will be. I'm
Could we
sure it's
re-
information
If a
forthcoming.
teacher doesn't want the money, can they go down there and say, look, take my name off the list, I don't want this 2,000?
I don't think
That-
it's set up like that at this point. I don't know. Maybe they could
So it's either we
send
get
it
the
back to
whole
him in an
amount or
envelope. I
not.
don't know.
But what
Yeah.
he's saying is that some systems, whether they amended it or not, they didn't amend this.
Not the resolution, no.
They passed the resolution. They give in to his demands and passed it. Then turned right around right quick and said, the counties, our local deal is gonna fund 2,000 to whoever was left out.
And as far as Dr. Weaver said, this, Department of Ed's still working on the guidance as far as when and how. Still don't know.
Any other questions or comments?
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion that we table this till next month, this resolution, and give us an opportunity to work out exactly what we'd want to do. Give us time to think about it, rather than do something that weren't expecting to, maybe.
Or we have a motion before us that we lay this resolution on the table until the March meeting. Is there a second to that motion?
Second.
Motion is a second. Any question or discussion?
It's still gonna be what it is then, what it is now.
Well, it'd give us the chance to get some numbers too, because we're sitting
We've
here
got the number
tonight not
right
even
in
knowing
front of
exact
us.
numbers.
We've got the number right in front of us. We're gonna do like the rest of the state, and we're gonna give in to the governor. Roll call on the amendment.
Any other question or discussion? The motion before us is that we lay this on the table until the March meeting. Senator, if you'll call the roll.
Mr. Avery,
I got another question before.
Yes, please.
So we're tabling, make sure what we're tabling here, tabling
The resolution.
the resolution, okay? With that motion, what numbers are we gonna get? Dean says we have the numbers, I'm not sure we do. What's the,
$2,000 right here in front of us.
but times how many people? If we do it for the teachers, that's one figure, but then that's gonna snowball into doing it for everyone.
The
So
only motion that we're looking at, the only motion we've got is this right here, to give $2,000 to who the governor says.
so we're
That's
voting
what
on the
we-
table, or we're voting on the first motion?
Table.
The table. All right, yes, I'll, to table.
Richard Bettis,
Yes.
Joe Cagle,
Yes.
Sharon Freeman,
Yes.
Mark Ingram,
Yes.
Freddie Kelly. Yes. Brian Kyle,
Yes.
John Ridgel,
Yes.
Dean Williams,
No.
Dr. Schiffman.
No. And the motion carried. This is laid on the table at the March meeting.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
could we, so we need a figure by next month. We need a number on how many teachers, if we pass this resolution, it doesn't matter how many that is. We need a number on the number of teachers that are not gonna receive this 2,000 at the next meeting.
That's correct.
I'd also like,
Yes, Mark.
if we, the price if we funded it, all of it. That we didn't go with this, and if we did the 2,000 or so.
So we need a figure on the
We need
total
it total and the ones,
that this doesn't include.
yeah.
Yes, I agree with
I'd like
that.
Yes.
to have two different,
Are you saying for everybody or for just
just certified.
Whatever, yeah, whatever this right here,
Yeah. I'd like to see two different numbers. One for all certified, and then one for the ones not certified that's not covered under this.
Enough consideration. Old business, Director of School Report. Dr. Windsor.
District enrollment is 4,838, and that's a slight decrease of 11 students from the last count. February is Career and Technical Education Month, so join us in celebrating the role of CTE in preparing our students for post-secondary success after school. I did attend Gear Up kickoff events in the Tellico area, and we're excited for that grant funded opportunity that will provide students with career support and preparation, as well as college support and preparation. Monroe County Schools Family and Community Survey is still up online, so please go on and share your feedback. That helps us to identify strengths and areas in need of improvement. Those links are on Facebook, our Monroe County Schools website, and our Monroe County Schools app, which I do encourage you to download the app if you've not done that. A lot of useful information just from going in and accessing calendars and events and photographs and all kinds of great things on the Monroe County Schools app. As you are aware, we used 2 stockpile days this week to combine with the previously scheduled Staff Development Day on Friday and the President's Day holiday on Monday. That allows us a full 6 days to clean and sanitize our buildings and allow those who are sick to rest and hopefully recuperate. That leaves us with 1 stockpile day remaining. So I appreciate your continued patience when we are dealing with winter weather and sickness. That is not an easy road to navigate, but we do our best, and there is a method to the madness. Board Appreciation was at the end of January, so join me in celebrating our board and the work that our board members do. And I'm appreciative of everything that you do to help support the school district and my work. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Windsor. I wonder if the board would feel it appropriate that we send a letter of commendation or appreciation to Representative Laura Russell and Senator Tom Hatcher, who listened to what the board had to say in relation to the governor's voucher plan, and they voted against it, to express our appreciation for their response to the voices of the Monroe County Board of Education.
I would support that.
Mr. Chairman, could we table that till next month when we vote on this resolution?
Sure, if that's what you want to do, you want to make a motion to table this?
I would make a motion to table.
A motion we table this item. Is there a second to that?
I would second that.
Roll call.
Any question or discussion?
If we're gonna send letters, I'd soon send the other representatives in Monroe County a letter as well.
That voted against it?
Yes.
What would you tell them?
He runs in 2 years.
We're just gonna we need to let him know he voted against the Monroe County School Board.
He knows. Go ahead.
Dr. McCott,
Certainly.
to add to that, I found out today that he is having a meeting at McMinn County High School, February 28th at 4 o'clock, a question and answer session about vouchers. And it's a month too late for that.
Yeah.
And I found out about an hour ago that he has a bill that he's introduced that has all those goodies from last year. Reduction in testing, reduction in evaluations, insurance, and other things. So I guess now he's trying to come back and win some favor. So if y'all want to voice your opinion to him, maybe a great opportunity to.
Too late, too late.
It ain't too late. I know, he's a good guy. He just voted wrong that way, that time.
Thank you. Well, the motion
That
before,
is a good idea, though.
motion before us is to delay sending letters.
Mr. Chairman, I'll withdraw my motion if I can. I was just being a smart aleck.
Gonna laugh at that one.
If you want to do it, that's fine. Lowell and them, Hatcher, they did vote against it. It's whatever you want to do. I was just going on, wait till next month, but.
Are you willing to withdraw your second?
Thank you, though, Mitch.
Thank you. So we're back to the original motion, which is to send a letter of appreciation and commendation to Representative Laura Russell and Senator Tom Hatcher for responding favorably to the voices of the Monroe County Board of Education. Any further question or discussion?
Roll call. You better get a roll call on there, because he might hear it. I was wanting to delay it, so I want to know how I vote.
Wait a second.
All right, any member at any time can request a roll call vote. Mr. Williams requested a roll call vote on this motion. So the motion before us is to send these letters. If you approve it, you'll say aye. If you do not approve it, you'll say no.
Only two letters, is that what you're?
Okay, John, you made a motion. Somebody second your motion?
Yeah, we got a motion in a second
Who seconded?
to send the letter, the two letters. Then we're gonna go see him at McMinn.
Senator doesn't know who's second. Would someone like to second the motion?
Second.
All right, motion is second. Now we're ready to vote. Senator, you'll call the roll.
Mitch Avery?
Just send the letter.
Richard Bettis?
Yes.
Joe Cagle?
Yes.
Sharon Freeman? Yes. Mark Ingram?
Yes.
Freddie Kelly?
Yes.
Brian Kyle?
Yes.
John Ridgel?
Yes.
Dean Williams?
Yes.
Lon Shupen?
Yes. Thank you. We do not have our principals with us, basically, not some principals have come. We decided because of the flu and we thought we'd have a really brief meeting, turn a little bit longer. We thought it was going to. but we told them they could not come tonight because some had to drive a long way to get here for a brief meeting. But we appreciate your being here.
Miss Vineyard, you should have been here just a little bit early. I was bragging on Sweetwater High School, how much of an asset it was to Monroe County, what kind of shape it's in. We're not really wanting to get rid of it. You know, I really did that. You can look at that. But I might be trading.
Before we adjourn tonight, Jackie, you want to give us kind of an update about where we stand flu-wise? Or
I had to say that because I said one time.
I'm sure Dr. Windsor has numbers. Can you give us the numbers basically about where we stand flu-wise?
Well, to be honest, I don't have anything current because we didn't have them here. So the last count that I had, we were seeing from 16% and up with faculty and staff and students. So once we hit that mark, we felt like it was time to.
Oh, nothing to apologize for. It's raging. Can we just say that?
Yeah.
And we certainly hope that our students and faculty have an opportunity to recuperate if they have the flu and to stay away from it if they do not. A motion be in order that we be adjourned.
I'll make a motion, we adjourn.
Thank you, Joe. Is there a second?
Second.
It's not debatable. We can only vote. All in favor say aye. Opposed, no. And we are adjourned. Thank you all for being here
Miss
tonight.
Vineyard, I had to say that after me wanting to give it away and all that, you know. They're talking about